Hi, chat. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Hi, chat. Ugh. Yes, I'm back, and this time it's personal. Yes, hi, Jerry. Hi, Cass. Hi, Wraith, Northy, Bucket, Ghost, Thorax, Titanic. Anyone else? I apologize in advance. I'm probably gonna be coughing a couple times. Let me just dump out some of these lozenges here. Because I got a cold on my vacation, and although I'm better from that, I still have a lingering cough, so... yeah, no. Not now, phone. Anyway, yes. So yeah, I'm back from my vacation. I was out for 2 weeks, roughly. From the 15th to the 31st of January. Thanks, Ghost. Literally all that's left is like a teeny tiny little bit of congestion, mainly like overnight, and then the cough in question. So because of that, and because this is a chatting stream, I'm probably not gonna go the whole... oh, okay. Because of that, and because this is a chatting stream, I'm probably not gonna go the whole 2 hours. I might just settle for like somewhere between an hour, hour and a half. I always say that, and then half the time I end up going for 2 hours anyway. So we'll see how I feel. But yeah, let me just... so if you're wondering, for those of you, a couple of you already know, so my vacation was in Sydney, or well, next to Sydney, Australia. What was I saying? Yeah, I went to hang out with some peeps and do some sightseeing because I am a filthy tourist and I have not seen enough of the world. So I wanted to see the world. And you know what? I'm good not flying across the ocean again for a while because that... I did not mean to open the Minecraft launcher. Go away. I'm good with not crossing the ocean again for a while. Hi, Aizu. Think you could just waltz straight in here? Wait. Who is that? That's an Armored Core quote, right? Wait, what was that in response to, Wraith? Yeah, I went to click on, oh, Rummy, that's right. Oh, tourist. Right, okay, yeah, okay, I get it now. Wow, it's been a while. I'm also, as we speak, I'm moving some pictures into a folder just so I can, like, actually, share them more effectively and not have to dig through. Apologies. But yeah, it was pretty fun. It was nice to get away from the winter for a while and actually have temperatures above freezing and actually have temperatures warm enough to wear shorts. Like, wow. And there were a lot of interesting stuff. Like, honestly, you see Australia on TV, and it looks like, you know, you only ever see the desert, right? You only ever see the outback. But, hold on, I'm putting a lozenge. But the places I went to were actually very more temperate. Very much like, yeah, they're, you know, trees, grass, forests. It was more jungly than anything. It was kind of like Pennsylvania, but a jungle instead of a temperate forest, I guess. I know I just said temperate, but you know what I mean. Yes, shorts are in fact comfy and easy to wear. That's why I like them. Yeah, that is true, Cass. It was a bit of a complicated, it was a bit of a journey because I had to fly down to North Carolina and then over to LA and then across the ocean. And I almost missed my flight out of North Carolina because they changed the gate that it was sortying from, and I didn't actually catch that until like 2 minutes before the departure time. So I kind of had to scramble a bit. Subtropical. Okay, thank you. Hi, Paladin. And then LA was... LA was a little miserable. I'm not gonna lie. Like, LAX, the airport... That would have been ironic, yeah. LAX, the airport, is, as opposed to Dom Tropical? Wow. Like, it is so convoluted and huge, and I guess it makes sense. But it's like... I had to go so far to get to where I needed to go, but I also had a 6-hour layover. So I was kind of just, like, roaming the airport. It kind of sucked. LA is where every California stereotype comes from. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, that was briefly in your proximity. Yeah. It was interesting being in Pacific time. Because it left at like 2 in the morning. Wait, no. It left at like 11 p.m. My transoceanic flight left at like 11 p.m. local time. But it was like 2 in the morning on the East Coast, i.e. when I would normally be going to sleep. And unfortunately, I could only really get like an hour of sleep on the 15-hour flight. Because it was just not comfortable. JFK Airport, oh, good to know. There was some in-flight entertainment, but my particular screen was misbehaving. I had to wait for it to reset itself like 3 times. And yeah, next time I'm going on a flight that long, I'm bringing a novel, because the reading material I brought was not enough to last even like 25% of that flight. Actually, I think I ended up reading it on the flight over to LA, but yeah. I did end up watching some things. I watched Full Metal Jacket, and I mentioned this on Audiri's stream yesterday, but wow, I didn't expect... Like, I don't expect a Nom flick to be upbeat. I didn't realize it was going to be that depressing. I'm not familiar with the director's works, so I wasn't really prepared for that. Like, it is a sad movie. But I guess I can say I at least saw one of the classics now. I'm slightly more cultured. I started to watch The Wild Robot, or was it The Lost Robot? One of the two, whichever one. The little, the robot lost in the woods. And, I couldn't get more than like 40 minutes into it. I didn't realize it was a DreamWorks film. And it had a bit too, like, I was expecting something like wholesome and peaceful. And I got the freaking, like, funny DreamWorks humor. Which is fine when that's what I'm looking for. But that wasn't what I was looking for. Yeah, I did mention it in my server ghost. So, I kind of bugged out after, like, yeah, like I said, like 40 minutes or so. I watched, like, half of an episode of Bluey. But by the time I did that, it was actually towards the end of the flight, so, we kept getting interrupted by, like, PA announcements and whatnot. So I'm just like, eh. I just wanted to see an episode of Bluey, just because, like, I know it's, like, a popular thing. Like, I'm one of those... What do you call that? Someone who's just, like, they want to see why people like it. They want to see, like, they get curious about, like, popular things. They don't necessarily like the popular things, but they at least want to see, like, hey, what's... Yes, last-minute study for Australia. The episode I watched actually had a scene where they had to run from a magpie. It was kind of funny. Apparently magpies are only really a problem in nesting season. Like, any other time of the year, they're just chill. You forget the term? Oh wait, I was moving pictures, that's right. But yeah, no, I could not. And we had a coughing Kathy in the row behind us. And I think we had a couple rows, like, in one of the other adjacent rows. So, me getting a cold was kind of inevitable, really. But also, What? I'm never having airline food again. I got food poisoning. The first few things I had were fine, but the last thing they gave me was some bastardization of a frozen stromboli, and by God, never eat the United Airlines stromboli. Whatever you do not partake of United Airlines stromboli. Worst mistake of my life. Yeah, no, it smelled positively putrid. I should have known better. Like, I took one bite, I'm like, okay? I actually don't remember if I even finished it. But yeah, no, I was food poisoned for 2 days because of that. So the first segment of my vacation was very much, me just either laying in bed or sitting on the toilet. Or hunched over in front of the toilet. Yeah, not pleasant, but thankfully that didn't last very long. I'm pretty sure I had some yogurt, and I'm pretty sure that helped too. Because, you know, it's got the probiotics. It's good for your tum-tum. And it's also tasty and light. So then, when I was feeling better, we went out to the, oh, is the music volume good now? When I was feeling better, we took a trip up into the Blue Mountains to a town called Katoomba. And there is a rock formation there called the Three Sisters, which were kind of cool, but honestly they weren't as cool as the rest of the scenery around them. Like here, hold on. Let me pull up this picture here. Yeah. This is the... You see on the bottom left there? Those... those little scrungly rocks? Those are the Three Sisters. But, like, look at that view. I have another angle, too. Like, look at that. Look how cool that is. I had never seen a view like that before. From the ground. In character, of course I have. But... you know the worst part? I think also, back to the flight. The worst part about the Trans-Pacific flight was that, let me just, like, do this. The worst part about the, Trans-Pacific flight was that the person sitting next to me in the window seat... Oh, well, there were two things. One, I was in a middle seat. I should not have let myself get in a middle seat. Because that sucked. But the person in the window seat kept the shutter closed for the majority of the flight. So it's like... I mean, okay, to be fair, it was pitch black for, like, at least half the flight, because we were flying over at night. But, oh my goodness, it sucked. Like, when you're in one of those planes for hours and hours with the shutters closed and they just have, like, the mood lights on, you have no perception of time. And the fact that I could not get Wi-Fi, I could not get in-flight Wi-Fi, like, I just had me, myself, and I. Like, my passenger, my row mates were sleeping for half of it. I don't know how, but I just kind of, like, spent half of it trying to get some kind of snooze and not go crazy. Yeah, they have, like, they have, like, blue lights for, I guess, for, oh, it's nighttime now, and then orange for, like, when it's daytime or whatever. But, like, no clock, and, like, I would just be staring at the little chart on the screen in the front of the economy section that was showing our flight path. And I would just be like, please, please let us get there even a little ahead of schedule, please. And then when I finally landed, it turns out even though T-Mobile is supposed to provide free texting in Australia, I couldn't actually connect to the Australian cell service. So that was awkward. I had to wait and get on Wi-Fi, like, you know, once I was at the house that we were staying at. So I kind of just, yeah, it sucked. It really sucked. I didn't even think about that, Paladin. You're right. How do they expect people to sleep with blue light? Yeah, it was awful. Terrible. Miserable, even. I'm good with not doing that again for, like, at least another year. But back to the, right, so back to the Katoomba thing. So, I did survive, you're right. So, there's actually, aside from the rocks and that lookout point, there's actually, like, this entire hiking trail that we went down most of? And there was, like, a... Oh yeah, doing another airline. Yeah, yeah. Noted one. Yeah, there's like a hiking trail. And it was a lot of like very pretty forestry and stuff. And like at the like down at the bottom there's a waterfall. I don't have the picture of the waterfall on hand, unfortunately. Oh wait, no, yes I do. Well, there's people in it. I don't know. I feel weird showing pictures with like other people in them. But opposite the waterfall, this is the view of the river that runs down from it. There's like a bridge. There's like a little footbridge that goes over it. It's not much of a river, but you know, it's something. It's pretty. It's very green, which means I'm pretty sure it won't quite look right to some people I know. Creek. Yeah. Creek is a better word than river in this case, you're right. Oh, also here. I didn't realize LAX had, like, a liminal space. It was like an aircraft timeline hallway, or like a flight history timeline thing, but it looked very liminal in the middle of the night with, like, no one commuting through it. Like... Oh my gosh. When I got there, like the international terminal, of course, had a lot of people, tons of people, but all the domestic all the domestic places were empty because it was so late at night. So yeah, that's fair, Bucket. So I headed back. So we headed back from Katoomba after risking it a little too much in the heat. And that was when I started to get sick. And, I didn't realize this, but in addition to a cold, I actually ended up developing a funny little thing called conjunctivitis, also known as pink eye. It's not as gross as it looked in that Codename Kids Next Door episode, but it is... Stop that. But it is not pleasant. Imagine flying through an e-scooter. That would be fun. Oh, hi, Radical. Yeah. Yeah, no. Not fun. Cass, I'm bonking you. I guess... I guess that took a couple more days. I guess it took like another day or two to develop. But while I was like sick, like just having a cold on set, no, not that kind of bonk. I just meant like with a stick. Well, we actually went to a firefighting museum. They had like a bunch of old fire trucks and stuff on display. I have some pictures that I didn't actually drag into that folder yet. Let me see. Like, they had stuff like, they had stuff like this. Look at this. Ye old fire trucks. And they had like all sorts of like different firefighting equipment and outfits and stuff. There were even like motorcycles. Like they weren't necessarily for firefighting, but yeah. Oh, one of the pictures is blurry. No. One of the old trucks had a neat little, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, let me pull it up. Like, they actually had, like, guideline markers for the boom. Like, I didn't realize I don't know if newer trucks have that or not, but that's pretty cool. They also had this old Japanese fire truck, which, let me... Morris truck? Oh, yeah. They had some really old stuff. They had a replica of, like, an ancient Egyptian firefighting device. I don't know if I have a picture of that, but yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, this was, like, the Japanese truck. I forget what what model it is. But, yeah, because apparently Japanese and Australian firefighters apparently actually have, like, pretty good relations. I don't remember why exactly. Like, there was a whole display about it. And, like, oh. Hold on. Let me... Look at this. This is, like, feudal era firefighter garb from, like, the samurai days. Like, isn't that crazy? There's a working... Wait. Oh. And also, there was also this art. I think... Didn't they have something... I think they had something like this in Promare, right? Like, because they were firefight... You know, they had the whole firefighter thing in that movie. And I think they had a thing like that. Where it would, like, spray water or whatever. I need to see that movie again. It's been a while, TM. But yeah, very cool stuff all around. It looks like this would kinda, yeah. The next place we went was to the Fighter World Museum up in Newcastle. And they had a lot of cool stuff there. Like, I can't remember the model, what this model of plane is. It's like a PC something or other. PC-9? Oh, hi, Rory. Yeah, Fighter World was cool. It was a little cramped. It was actually hard to get good pictures because Fighter World is basically a museum composed of 2 aircraft hangars. And they just shoved a bunch of stuff into them. So, like, it was hard to get good angles to, like, get, like, the entire frame, like, an entire airframe in view. Oh, another picture that was blurry. God dang it. I guess I pushed the button too hard or don't hold it stable enough, but... Yeah, I didn't know there was an observation deck either, which didn't help. I mean, I went up a couple stairs at one point, but it didn't really help. Oh, that one's blurry too? Wait, that's what the US Air Force... Oh. Thanks, Rory. Oh, one cool thing I did get to see. Dang it. If I can swap the picture again. I got to see a Vulcan, a real-life Vulcan. I got to touch it, too. Dang it. They had a lot of, like, missiles and stuff on display. Oh my god, chat just lighting up at that. No, the drum's bigger than Heavy's gun. But, like... Oh, here's another example. Yeah. You're right, they do. But yeah, see, they have, like, bombs and stuff on display, too. Obviously not active. They don't have any of their explodey bits in them, but... Where? Not now, Steam. I don't care for the... Wow. I'm so mad that some of these pictures are blurry. Oh, those are JDAMs. Oh yeah, because they got the little guidance package on them. That's right. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hmm? Oh, hello, Kirana. Nice to see you. Where is the... I just saw the picture. Sorry. I'm still dragging pictures from folder to folder. How's life? A little hectic, but I'm managing. Yeah, look at this. Piston engine. Rolls-Royce Merlin. I know a Merlin. This was in, like, several Western, or, like, several Allied fighter planes, not just the British ones. It's kind of crazy how big the engines in fighter planes are. But yeah. There was also this cool reptile museum we passed on the way to Fighter World. I definitely want to go there in the future. Unfortunately, I only have one more destination's worth of pictures because it wasn't wanting to transfer all of them over from my thumb drive for some ungodly reason. Maybe I was just trying to transfer too many at one time. B12, yeah. But I do have a couple pictures of one more place. Tank Museum versus Monkey World meme. I haven't seen that. Yeah. So we went to a place called Hawkesbury, and there's a lookout point there. And let me show you what kind of lookout we're talking about here. Glove World. Look at this. We got there at like the tail end of the evening, so like this, you know, as you can see, the sun was setting, and also thunderstorms were rolling in, which you can kind of see here on the left. So we would get to see like flashes of lightning and stuff off in the distance as the storms were coming in. We got drizzled on slightly, but it was mostly dry where we were. But it was really cool to watch. We stayed there a good bit. One thing I realized is that compared to the US, Australia has a lot more cloud-to-ground lightning. Like, I saw so many bolts going straight down. It was a little scary. Because the storms were already rolling in while we were driving there. And the route we were taking was taking us towards them for a bit. And I'm like, we're not gonna drive through that, are we? But no, we made a left-hand turn to go up the mountain, so crisis averted by a few miles actually, but it looked like it was a lot closer. I'm so sorry. We had a couple days where we mostly just stayed inside because the weather was really hot. Like, we went out in the evening and did a couple things, but it was mostly... hold on. Sorry, had a big cough there. But yeah, like, we would go out in the evening and do a couple things, maybe like just kind of cruise around a bit and try to find lookout point, like try to do some sightseeing with mixed results. But yeah, there was one hot day we went out and we went to this little riverside bar. I had a vanilla malt milkshake. That was pretty good. I got to see what a grocery store is like over there. That was cool too. Oh, hi, Alex. Hi. Cassie. How did you... Oh my goodness, Jerry. That's crazy. Milkshake makes your teeth ache? Oh. I just have that with, like, super cold stuff in general. But the milkshake wasn't too cold. We didn't really go to that many diners, for better or worse. On the second to last day, I went to this pancake place. But most of our lunches and dinners were just, like, store-bought food, which is fine. I don't need to go to fancy diners every day. Oh, okay, Northie. Trying to remember. I know we did more. I know we did more. Hold on, let me scroll. Let me scroll through my pictures on my phone to jog my memory real quick. What the heck is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Power Cube? What? Oh yes, the vampire. We went to the Maritime Museum, that's right. I posted a couple pictures on Twitter. But yeah, we went and saw this beauty right here. And they actually let you walk on her and in her. It was admittedly a little musty and cramped on the inside. So I didn't stay in there for very long. And I figured there was a submarine park there too. But I figured if I was getting like kind of lightheaded and just in the destroyer, the submarine would be a very bad idea. Regular chaos box? Huh. Okay. You made him read out loud the card. Oh wow. That sounds like a blast, Jerry. But yeah, we I went to a hobby shop too. But it was unfortunately I came back empty-handed because all the model kits were either stuff that I wasn't interested in or like too expensive or both. And I didn't really you know, like I only had so much money and like half the things in the shop would have cost all the money that I brought with me. And I didn't really want to use my card, so I'm a little frugal. I got to see Chinatown, though. That was cool. I got to ride public transit. We don't have public transit where I live, so it's pretty cool when I get to... Like, it is such a mundane thing for so many people. But for me, it's like a bit of an experience, I guess. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds extremely satisfying, Jerry. Right, so the same museum that had that ship also had a lot of, I mean, they had a lot of, like, ships, but they also just had, like, well, it was the Maritime Museum, so there was a lot of, like, oceanic history stuff. Ships, submarines, the naval aircraft, a couple naval aircraft, fossils, like ancient shark teeth, things like that. It was, a lot artsier than I thought it was going to be, if I'm honest. I also got to see a dam. You know, just a dam. It was a nice view. They had a little, like, exhibit in a building nearby, but the view itself was worth the trip, I think. I don't remember which kind of shark, unfortunately. I don't remember. There was a lot of information being given. Oh yeah, one other thing the Fighter World Museum had that I did not partake in because, well, you see, I was in such a hurry to get out of the airport that I forgot to go to the currency exchange. So I spent over half of the trip without any Australian dollars. But they had a... you could actually spend, like, you could actually pay to spend, like, half an hour in the, in a DCS flight sim with, like, someone coaching you. No dollar due is correct. I didn't want to use my card. Hold on, let me find, I can't find the exact one. But I got a keychain that's like one of those, it's one of those like aircraft, like bombs and missiles and stuff have this like red pull tag on them that says remove before flight. And you can get a keychain that's modeled after that. So I have one of those on my backpack now. What else did I get? I didn't... Yeah, it is awesome. I'll have to take a picture of it and post it in my server later. Did I really go over all the major beats already? I feel like there's more than I'm missing. I guess we did spend a couple days just doing mostly mundane things. Your Penrose pin? Your Pinrose, if you will. Wait, Penrose like the VTuber? Might make the airport... No one... That is true, Rory. Yeah, there were a couple days that were... But you know what? I don't mind, you know? When I was in Toronto, we were just kind of on the move, like, almost all day, every day, for, like, you know, the whole 4 days or whatever. So it was kind of nice having a few days to just take it easy and just hang out in the house. And, like, you know, we watched some stuff on Paramount Plus. I found out they had Hey Arnold on there, so I rewatched the first couple we rewatched the first couple episodes of that. Rewatched a couple episodes of SpongeBob. Oh, from Signalis, okay. Opalized? Huh. That's fascinating. But yeah, if you don't mind crossing the ocean, I can definitely recommend visiting the eastern coast of Australia. Oh, right, when I went to, like, Sydney proper, I got to stop at one of the beaches, and I got my feet wet. Literally, the wave kind of came faster and went further than I thought it was going to. Yes, exactly, Bucket. Hey, Arnold. Well remembered from the original Western Tsundere. Arnold? Move it, football head. Gosh. That show is wild, honestly. I also didn't realize that the episode of SpongeBob that introduces Plankton was like episode 3 was like season 1, episode 3. I don't know why, but I didn't think it was that early. Oh yeah, we also watched the episode of the Patrick Star Show where Bubble Bass was the bootleg nostalgia critic. That was fascinating. It was kind of interesting though, like, the humor was, like, actually... The humor in that episode was actually very, like, aware. Like, you can tell the writers have been, like, keeping up with stuff on the internet. It was kind of impressive, actually. Like, he had a collection of, like, unboxed figures. Or no, not unboxed. Unopened figures and everything. And, like, retro video game consoles. I mean, all of it got damaged by rainwater, but, you know. Yeah, it was, I don't think I'm gonna watch another episode of that show. I just wanted to see I just wanted to see Bubble Bass as a nostalgia critic. That was all I was there for. Oh yeah, Angry Beavers. Angry Beavers was another cartoon that, like, that one and Hey Arnold were, like, I remembered watching them a bit, but I didn't remember, like, I didn't remember, like, what do you call it? Like, I didn't really remember anything about them other than they existed and I watched them. That was about it. That was all I remembered. Yeah, stepping on the beach. Doo, doo, doo. I love the Steppin' on the Beach One-Winged Angel mashup. Have y'all seen that? I need to look that up to post, and I wonder if that's still up on YouTube, or if it got removed for some arbitrary reason. Oh, you know of it, Aizu? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me mute my output capture for a second, hold on. There we go. Ah! Okay. Browser. Oh. Wait, no. Not browser. The deep magics to me. Fair. Window capture. Not the YouTube chat. There we go. Yeah, okay, here we are. we got... Oh, it's peak, I fear. Are my eyes closing all the way? I think they are. Okay, you get the idea, Insane video. How did we get here? Oh, right, that's how. Timeless media right there. Like, I know people like to tease me for always making SpongeBob references, but it's like, I'm sorry, it was one of my formative media experiences. I grew up with it, and, you know, we watched a lot of reruns of shows and movies when I was growing up, too. And SpongeBob was one of them, so, SpongeBob, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Fairly Odd Parents, Rugrats. Dang Phantom. Thank you, Bucket. Yeah. It's like... I know a certain someone likes to tease me about how I'm like, I either have the mind of like an 8-year-old or a 50-year-old. And it's like, consider that most of my formative media was either children's cartoons or like the History Channel. Back when the History Channel had like mostly military documentaries, like dogfights and 20th century battlefields, and what was that one about the Enterprise in World War II? I forget what that was called. But that was another one. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you know, people can arouse their childhoods, right? I mean, I guess. Yes, the part where she lassos Patrick and he explodes. Classic. Tokyo Extreme Racer? Oh, I never played that one, unfortunately. Oh, I know the new one. Oh, racing games were another part of my childhood, though. Wait, that's the new one that's like in early access on Steam, right? Or like it's a series that got a new entry on Steam. I should... I should go snag that. Hold on. Tokyo Extreme Racer, $30. $30. I'll get it this weekend. I don't know. I don't feel like spending $30 tonight. I should get Night Runners. I have the prologue. I played it like twice. And that was before they updated any of it. Like, I had like the launch day prologue experience. It is a pretty cool game, though. Though it's weird that it says it tries to capture like the PS2 era. But it feels older than that, I guess? Like, it feels like somewhere between PS2 and PS1, I guess? I don't know. Like, the car fidelity is obviously better than a PS1 game, but... Toyota Chaser. What's that one? Toyota Chaser. Oh. Wow. Interesting. Oh, right, that reminds me. There was a graphic novel I bought at the airport for the return trip that I read. Unfortunately, I finished it in like an hour. Wait, Community Yu-Gi-Oh! Nights? Whoa, hold on. Community Yu-Gi-Oh! Nights on like EDO Pro would go hard actually. Hold on. You might be onto something, Jerry. Yeah, not Master Duel. No. Right. This was the graphic novel I read. It was, well, it was about a hovercar racer from Tasmania. It was a story of action, drama, sabotage. A lot of sabotage, actually. Like, every race had some kind of sabotage going on, almost every race. But it was cool. And it was like, because it was like international races, so there were teams from different countries, and there was actually a lot, they actually mentioned them by name. There was a Lockheed Martin team, and the drivers in that team had like pilot helmets, and their cars looked like stealth planes. Like, I wonder if I can find pictures of them. Let me see. Wait. Okay, so I guess there's just regular novels in addition to the graphic novels. I didn't realize that. But the one that I pulled up is the specific one that I read. But yeah, no, they just had, like, Lockheed Martin had a team. It was insane. Dueling Nexus? Oh. I've played Dueling... It actually was kind of like Wipeout, now that you mention it. Dueling Nexus? Isn't that the one where you have to, like, do all the moves yourself? Like, nothing is automated? Ugh. Please, my turns take long enough even when everything is automated. I don't need to be even slower. Nexus is auto- Oh! Really? Apparently Dueling Nexus is also a place in a mall in Georgetown, Malaysia. Georgetown, 2 words. But yeah, so for the return flights, I pretty much just, I pretty much just stocked up on granola bars and like other snacks and refused to eat any airline food. The town where all the George is made? Oh my god. But we went back to, so when I went through North Carolina to LAX on the way out, but on the way back, I went through to Chicago instead. And when we got there, it was very rainy. Like, a couple flights were actually getting delayed because of rain. My flight was thankfully not one of them, though. But I have a picture here. If I can pull it up. Oh, it's huge. Hold on. Here we are. Yeah, this was out. I was just looking out one of the windows when I took this picture. It was Oh, I was near you for a short time. Oh. Blue Eyes or Raw deck? Okay. Character decks are fun. But yeah, but it was cool because, like, the rain had cleared out just in time for my flight back. And then it was, basically nighttime. It sucked because I had to wait 3 hours. I mean, the fact that I had to wait 3 hours meant that we weren't sorting in the rain and we didn't have to worry about delays, but also I really would have preferred to get back before nighttime. Hello, M. Young. Welcome. I am Tommy, the android fighter. The fighter jet android. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I had a fun time. There were some frustrating things. And, you know, getting sick is never fun. But I think it was worth it. And I do want to go back at some day. Well, I don't know what else to call it, Audiri. That did cross my mind, but I'm like, eh. I don't know the other term, so I'm just gonna use what I do know. Crud. I can't believe I ran out of stuff to talk about already. There has to be something else. Well, I guess I can talk about the grocery store that we went to. So it's called Woolworths or Woolies. And it's basically like a small little... It's like a mini mall. Like, the grocery store is just one segment. And there's, like, delis and a couple, like, specialty shops, like bookshops and stuff. Like, it's kind of cool. But they don't have... So, I don't know about y'all, but where I live, we had... A lot of times, there's, like... You get your full-size shopping carts, or shopping trolleys, whatever you want to call them. And then you get, like, snub-nosed ones, basically. Like, ones that are really short, like, really, you know, not very long front to back. And I like those, because I don't usually buy a lot, and they're more maneuverable, and I don't have to worry about bumping into things as much. They didn't have those over there. They had full-size shopping trolleys, and then they had full-size, but with a shallower basket. And it's like, what's the point of that? But alas. Oh, and they also had that thing that I ran into in one of the stores in Toronto, where you put $1 coin in to unlock the cart, and then you have to, like, hitch it back to another cart to get your coin back, because apparently people cannot be trusted with... Apparently people cannot be trusted with the social litmus test. There are just a few too many subhumans out there who do not return their shopping carts as they should. But yeah. Oh yeah, there was a... I guess there was... That's right, there was an Aldi's in there. Oh, and... Oh, hi, American Oni. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Or hope you've been doing well. Sorry, still fighting cough. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, right. It was interesting because the shopping carts also had, like, these little things. Because, you know, they had... The baskets were plastic. And they're like, hey, this basket... I bumped my mic. I'm so sorry. They're like, hey, this basket is made of, like, 72 recycled water bottles. Like, wow, cool, I guess. Yeah. Sorry. Like, I kind of wish... I do kind of wish, like, more things would say things like that. Just so we know that, like, recycling is actually being used for something and not just being sent to the same landfill all the time. But, oh well. And one thing... Oh, that's right. That's right. The food over there. The packaging has instructions on recycling different parts of it. Like, if I look at the back of a tea bag, it'll say... Like, I actually post... You can actually see it in the post I made on Blue Sky yesterday, I think. Where it's like... It has, like, the 3 different things. Like, oh, recycle the envelope, recycle the tag by placing it in the envelope, and then throw the bag in the trash. It's like... Interesting. And like Toronto... I'm just gonna assume this is, like, a place in just, like, more upscale places in general. Or, like, a thing in more upscale places. But there were 3 different kinds of trash bins, actually. You had your recycling, your regular trash, And then you had compost, like food waste and stuff, like, you know, banana peels and stuff like that. Stuff that can be composted. And they're color-coded, you know. Red for regular trash, yellow for recycling, and green for compost. Yeah, Blue Eyes Chaos Max is crazy, Jerry. That much is true. Man, now you're making me want to play Raid Raptors. I love Raid Raptors. Because they just summon a rank 13 bird and blow up your opponent's field. Like... Am I gonna have to pull it out? Compost? Interesting. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Desktop. That's fair. That is completely fair, Jerry. Yeah, Raid Raptor, Rising Rebellion Falcon. Oh, they call it that too in the spring. That art goes crazy. I like Raid Raptors. Something, of course, I like the birds. Go birds! Dragon Master Magia? I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, come on, it's not that many words. Here, I'll read it out for you. Unaffected by other cards' effects. If this card succeeds summoned, you can destroy as many cards your opponent controls as possible. Then, if this card has 3 or more Raid Raptor Exceeds monsters with different names as material, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the combined original attack of the destroyed monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 3 materials from this card, then target a Raid Raptor Exceeds in your grave. This card gains that monster's effect until the end phase. See, that's not so bad. It's longer than they used to be, but it's not bad. The card you made? Oh, oh yeah, this... What picture did you use for this, Bucket? Why is it taking so long to load? That time of night where Discord is just, like, not loading things for me, I guess. That's cool. Come on. You piece of poop, it's not that big a file. Oh, the birdie. Oh, no. I have to actually give it a file name because Untitled is currently taken on my desktop. But yes, this is the card that Bucket made. I'm pretty sure it's based on like another meme already, but yeah. Destruction of the Literate. I love that it's a continuous spell too. You don't really... I guess you see those decently often these days, but I feel like if there's one thing if there's a specific thing I don't like about Yu-Gi-Oh! Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Aside from the fact that duels are usually over in like 3 to 4 turns, and aside from Max C being banned, it's I don't like that like every archetype has to have a field spell now. Like field spell, I don't know. Field spells used to be more characteristic, I guess. Like Zombie World, you know? Or like or Skyscraper. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that like the modern field spells don't fit the theme of their archetypes, but like a lot of them, Necrovalley, that's another one. But like, I don't know. Just something about them feels different. Xyz burns your skull? In what way? Do you hate dealing with them, or do you just not like using them, or in what manner? I am unfortunately a Zale apologist, so Xyz is actually my favorite extra deck type. But yeah. Oh, you don't understand them? It's fair. You just need to match monsters with the same levels. And then you just stack them on top of each other. And then they become materials that you can use as fuel for effects. I want to like ritual monsters, but they're such a pain in the rumpus. Because you need the ritual spell, the ritual monster, the tribute fodder. Like, you need to have 3 different things in your hand that cannot function independently of each other, and it's really annoying. Old head, that's fair. You know, Wraith? Hi, Em. I thought you'd never see. It's only been a day. What? Ritual monsters should have been extra deck cards? Yeah, they should have. The extra deck should have been the extra deck from the beginning instead of just the fusion deck. Wraith, why am I not surprised Synchro is your favorite summon method? Like, that just seems on brand for you. Oh, you mean my vacation? Oh, well. Yeah. I'm sorry, it was only 2 weeks. I thought I made a community post about it, but I don't know how many people actually see those. Well, I was on Audiri's stream yesterday that you were there for. At, like, about this time. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, Wraith. I'm just like, yeah, no, that fits. I like Synchro monsters a lot, I will say. There are some Synchro decks that I do like. I'm kind of a bastard. I like Psy-Frames. That's a Synchro deck that I like. I mean, well, the thing is, like, I've always liked Psychic Synchro aesthetically, but, like, regular Psychic Synchro with, like, Hushed Psychic Cleric and Psychic Wizard and all that is just really kind of, like, clunky to play. Especially nowadays. Because it doesn't have any real one-turn combos. But yeah, Synchro, I do like how Synchro cards look. You're trying to, you know, that's fair, Jerry. The basic girl, Dark Magician all the way. That's fair. I don't like pendulums. Pendulums and links are the ones that I don't like. Pendulums broke the game for so long, and then links were just like, what makes me the maddest with links is that when they first came out and they changed the master rule so that if you wanted to use your extra deck to any real capacity, any meaningful capacity, you had to use link monsters. They reverted that eventually, but hold on. Sorry. As much as I don't like pendulums, I think they really got screwed for no reason when links came out. Yeah, they needed a bit of a nerf, but yeah. Oh my god, Ghost with the Riz. But yeah, like, links are just kind of my least favorite. Also, when are we getting red cards? We have 2 different blue cards now. Why don't we have red? I needed to watch Reigns. I didn't. I'm gonna be honest, I sort of rage quit the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Like, I didn't watch the last couple episodes of 5Ds. I didn't watch most of Zale 2. That is true, Anime Slifer is red. I did not watch Arc 5 or Arc V at all. Yeah, I don't know. I hate the shonen thing of, like, only the main character can do anything unless it's, like, designated side character development episode. I genuinely hate that trope so much. Because the side characters in shonen anime are usually more interesting than the leads, too. So it's like, wow, you let the most boring person on the roster do everything. I thought the first half of Zale was fine. Zale 2 was eh. Like, the problem I had with Zale 2 was that basically the first 3 or 4 episodes played out, the duels played out like the exact same way every time. Granted, you know, Yuma always had his one combo that he won most of his duels with, right? But it was like very explicitly like duel starts, Yuma gets clonked down to 100 life points instantly, then pulls his comeback and wins. And it's like, they did that like 3 times in a row. I'm like, what? What? So I stopped watching, but I watched a 2-parter where he teams up with my favorite side character, and it was cool because the side character actually carried. Like, Yuma kind of set stuff up for him, And then they did this cool wombo combo attack, but it was the side character, like, leading the charge, as it were. Was Arcvy the one with the Raid Raptors guy? Because I kind of at least want to watch his duels. Because Raid Raptors are cool. Go Birds! Like Chopper? Chopper from Ace Combat 5? Wait, what? I'm confused now. I don't know what you're talking about, AM. I'm sorry. Oh, it was. Yeah, they had this super heavy samurai guy, too. I hate super heavy samurai. I hate them so much. Like, they just swarm the field with, like, minimal effort. And then they steal they blow up your spells and traps. And then they steal them and use them against you. And then they have their own honest, and they attack with, like, 7 quadrillion defense, and they kill you in 1 hit, and it's so... One of my friends back in the day mained them, and I have PTSD from it. I actually was so petty that I made a deck to counter him. I made a deck entirely of monsters that had the, like, oh, if this card battles a defense position monster, destroy that monster. Like, all of my monsters had that effect. It was a complete gimmick deck. Like, I was just extremely petty. So I was tired of their shenanigans. He was like, "Oh, well, I can't run any spells or traps, or my effects don't work." Yeah, it doesn't matter. Your effects are freaking broken. You don't need the spells and traps. Peace was never an option. Yeah, exactly. I liked Trap Tricks as well. It's like a control deck. You get these cute little plant and bug girls, and you summon, you play a bunch of trap hole cards and just, like, blow up your opponent's monsters. It's like a reaction deck, basically. That's the kind of control deck I like. I like ones where it's like, I have things that can react to my opponent, and I have to use them strategically. I don't like what they call floodgate cards, which are basically like, you flip it up, and now your opponent can't play the game until they destroy that card, if they can destroy it at all. Like, that's not fun to me. Like, I don't like just stun locking my opponent like that. Professionals have standards. The one exception, I like running Cactus Bouncer and a Roam Mage. I like, just, oh look, I have plants on the field, and now you can't special summon anything. Good luck getting over this, getting over the beat stick. I mean, there's probably easy ways to do it these days, I don't know. But, sorry, another cough. I might actually, yeah, I think I might actually end stream soon here. Because we did kind of, I mean, we went over everything. We went over everything that I wanted to go over and then some. Cup of Ace. Oh, that's like the coin flip draw 2, right? Where it's like, if you lose the coin flip, it's like if it's heads, you draw 2 cards. If it's tails, your opponent draws 2. Yeah, I remember someone doing like some crazy combo deck with that. It was a pretty funny card. I like minimizing chance, admittedly, but I can see why people would like using that. But yeah, I think we're gonna let's go gambling. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Because I went over everything, and I'm trying not to push my voice too hard. So let me pull up my schedule for y'all. I need to move my 2024 schedules into a proper folder so they're not in the way anymore. So tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on Vicky's channel for Gundam Breaker 4. We should be finishing the story. And then hopefully next week I can get back to normal streams and my voice will be okay. Thank you all for tuning in, though. It was... I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I got to stream again for y'all. Even if it was a short stream. I'm so glad that so many of you showed up, too. I can't wait to give you more proper streams again. I probably need to get the new monitor first, though. But anyway, yes. So, have a good evening. Have a good weekend. I will see you all again soon, and I missed you all, too. Aw. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, aviators. Bye-bye.